we had a decision to make. Many of our peers in the car wash space in development, they chose to, slow down, batten down the hatches, sell off portions of their portfolio, or sell some lots that they were planning to develop. Um, we took a different approach, thinking that if we can be the group that continues to build when things are really hard, gets these car washes into stabilization when the economy and the environment and all that changes, interest rates come back down, which they are coming our way, as you know, over the last 12 to 18 months.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kessel, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chatting with, Dave Zook, who focuses on development and acquisition of car washes. So excited to have you here today, Dave.
Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to it.
Of course. So let's dive in. First off, for those not familiar with you and your work yet, can you share what your main focus is?
Yeah, so we've been busy over the last couple of years, just really developing a lot of these car wash sites. We started with zero about 4 years ago, and today we have uh, 31 in operation, and most of them being development. So those of you who are involved in development, you know that um, you know, for me, being in development, most of the time, almost all the time, it takes a little longer and costs a little bit more than what you think. But we've gotten this nailed down pretty tight now. And so yeah, we've just been busy getting car washes out of the ground in operation and into stabilization.
Awesome. And what markets are you operating in?
Yeah, so we're in Charleston, South Carolina, San Antonio. We're in the Philly market. We've got some projects in North Carolina and also in Columbus, South Carolina.
Awesome. And so, how did you get involved with car washes?
So I I've got a lot of business background, and several times in the matter of a 6 month period, I got approached by different groups talking to me about Tommy's Express car wash, that they were getting ready to get started, building Tommy's Express car washes, and I had never heard of Tommy's Express car wash. We at that time didn't have any in our local market or in Pennsylvania that I'm aware of. So after and I've got friends in the car wash space. So after I got several calls from guys who were like, "Hey, could you look at our business plan? Could you look over our shoulder and kind of take a look at what we're doing?" And then I reached out to my friends in the car wash space, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know what can you tell me about Tommy's Express Car Wash?"
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
And, the very first friend that I called, I didn't even know what brand he was operating under. He's like, "Oh, Tommy's Express Car Wash, best car wash in the industry." And he spent the next 20 minutes educating me on why that is. And so I kind of dove into the space and then got to the point where one of those groups that had called us was looking for an equity partner. And I decided to jump in and help them build out a large portfolio of car washes. So here we are today, a couple years later, we've got 31 in operation.
Awesome. And are you creating like this franchise or how does that work?
So we are a franchisee. Tommy's Express is the franchisor, and we're the largest at this point. We're the largest franchisee in the Tommy's Express organization.
Great. What has been one of the biggest challenges in this development of the car wash industry?
So if you know commercial real estate and understand the timing and understand what happened over the last couple of years, you can imagine when we got started, 4 years ago, the interest rate climate, the banking climate, there was a lot of different things going on then than what we've got going on now. And during the process, it was rocky when cost of capital doubles on you in a matter of 12 to 18 months, and you're in the commercial real estate and specifically in development. That causes some real friction. And so being able to battle through that when um, during that same time thousands of apartment buildings were going back to the bank because, look, when you've got cost of capital more than doubling in such a shorter period of time, it causes a big ripple effect. And, it slowed us down. It was caused some major frustration, but despite that, we were able to battle through. We had good equity partners. We've got a strong operations team. We continued to build, and we were able to get it done. So, on our side, banking, interest rates, economic, I mean, those things were all coming at us hard and fast throughout 2022, 2023, and parts of, well, actually more like 2023 and 2024. And, we were able to fight through, but it was challenging for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And how did you overcome this?
We had a decision to make. Many of our peers in the car wash space in development, they chose to slow down, batten down the hatches, sell off portions of their portfolio, or sell some lots that they were planning to develop. Um, we took a different approach, thinking that if we can be the group that continues to build when things are really hard, gets these car washes into stabilization, when the economy and the environment and all that changes, interest rates come back down, which they are coming our way, as over the last 12 to 18 months. Then we'll be in a really good position, and we'll be happy that we swam against the current, when we were in that environment. And I believe that's what will end up happening. We now have car washes that are built and heading towards stabilization that, had we not continued to press forward.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
We would have just stopped and waited for better climate. Of course, that's when everybody else gets into the game and starts building more car washes or starts building, whatever, any kind of commercial asset class. So I think that's going to work in our favor. Time will tell, but it's, we fought and we fought hard.
Yeah, definitely. What would you say have been some of the main keys that have allowed your business to be able to grow and run successfully?
I'd say operations. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, okay, so a couple things. You got to start with a great product, whether that's a car wash, whether it's, a plate of food at the restaurant, whether, or a steak. If you start with a really good product, your chances of success is going to be, so much greater. Um, you got a really good product. That doesn't mean everything is going to go smoothly. It doesn't mean it's going to be successful either. After you got the good product, you got to have, a good operation. You got to have a good team to make sure that it performs. And so I think that's our biggest strength is the operations team. We got a great product. We got a great team. And so, this is a people business. You treat your people right. You have good people on your team. Pair that up with a good product. Chances of success goes up a lot.
Absolutely. And how does the operations work? Do you have like a team that manages each car wash, or can you expand into what the operational structure looks like?
Yeah, so that's changed as we've scaled. We're now at the position with 31 car washes open in operation. We're now in the position where we've got regional managers kind of overseeing, a handful of car washes in different markets. And then we've got our on-site managers. And one of the things that we really like about this business is unlike, let's say, a Chick-fil-A, or let's say many of your retail franchise brands out there that, require you to have, a workforce of 25 to 30 to 50 people. Um, a successfully run, stabilized Tommy's Car Wash, you're gonna have on a busy Saturday when you're washing 100 plus cars an hour, you can do that with 3 people on site. And so um, that's been something that I've really appreciated about this business. There's a lot of automation. There's a lot of technology. It's not like the old brick and mortar car washes where you had to get out of the car and you had to spray it down yourself and you had to do some scrubbing. And it's also not the white glove car wash where you pull in and there's 30 people running around the parking lot, 5 people per car. They're vacuuming the inside, wiping down the inside, hand washing and all that. That's kind of that's a dying model in many parts of the country. Tunnel car washes, mostly touchless tunnel car washes is the future in this country. And that's what we really pride ourselves. We will deliver one of the best, if not the best car wash in the industry in 2 to 3 minutes or less. So you get on the bill, and it's designed for busy professionals or busy moms or busy, people who don't have time to sit in line, wait to go through the line. We we can, we can wash 150, 200 cars an hour. And our job is to get you in off the road and get you back on the road in 2 to 3 minutes or less.
Yeah, amazing. And in terms of the like return on the investment, What does that look like for this type of industry?
Yeah, so it's different depending on if you go with a development site versus an acquisition site.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
But we've seen numbers in the 20% IRR range consistently. You know,
Awesome.
we're projecting numbers in that 20% IRR. We're expecting, we're building this portfolio to sell at some point. And, when you sell at the multiples that we've seen in the marketplace, there's a very good chance that most, if not all of our investors will, hit a very good IRR. And we've seen some of those IRRs in the 20s.
Awesome. And what are you most focused on solving or scaling to next?
Say it again. What was the question again?
What are you most focused on solving or scaling to next?
Yeah, so we've seen what we've seen in the marketplace, portfolios of car washes. Let's say if you got a single car wash, or maybe even up to 3 to 5 car washes, you're there's a certain multiple that you can sell that portfolio, assuming it's a well-run portfolio of car washes. You know, high single digits maybe. When you get into 15 to 20 car washes, you'll get into double digits, and sometimes well into the double digits on multiples on EBITDA. What we've seen is the bigger the portfolio, the more likely you're going to get a really nice premium on EBITDA. And so, we've seen, we believe that when we have a portfolio of 50 plus car washes that are stabilized, um, we believe, based on what we've seen in the marketplace, we're expecting high, double digit. Well, let's just call it, somewhere between 18 to 22 times EBITDA. That's a very strong, that's a very strong EBITDA margin, based on a lot of industries out there. But private equity firms and institutions love that subscription model. Many of our customers are, they're set up on a subscription model where they can wash their car as many times as they want in a month for one fixed cost. And people like, buyers, PE groups, love the stickiness of that subscription model.
Yeah,
It's a whole lot
absolutely.
easier. It's a whole lot easier to predict, and you're not as nearly as dependent on the weather. You're not sitting
Mhm.
there making 20 grand one day and making 2 grand the next because it started raining, or the sun came out. You've got your monthly subscription. You got your monthly subscribers that are really taking out a lot of that volatility.
Right. And when it comes to like the development, how does that work in finding the land or the place to develop a car wash?
Yeah, so we always, I talked to you about the speed that we can get people in off the road and get them back on the road and get a quality wash in there. So when you're talking about speed, you're talking about volume. So we always like to be in places where we know there's going to be a lot of volume. If you could be on the corner of Main Street, right in the center of town, where right in the retail district, where there's grocery, where there's restaurants, where people, you want to be somewhere where people are going to be. You don't want to make people travel, 3 miles out of their way to get to a car wash to wash their car off. You got to make it convenient. So those are the things that we're looking for: traffic count, we're looking at convenience, we're looking at retail, we're going to looking at rooftops in the area. There's a lot of different metrics that go into the due diligence part. But if you get it right, if you're on the right side of town, you can really up your chances of success rather than just going where you can go to get, let's say, where you can get land for a little bit cheaper. That land cost is a one-time fixed cost, and then you get to enjoy that retail, that good spot forever. If you start with a bad spot or a mediocre spot and you skimp out on, you save some money on the front end because you're not in the best spot in town, it's going to cost you over the long term. Unless, of course, there's, lots of growth coming your way, or, things are trending in your favor. But no, we try to get in the best location. We're not scared to pay a premium for the property. We want to be in the best location we can be.
Yeah, definitely. And has it been an easy process to find those locations?
No, all this stuff is hard.
Yeah.
Development's hard. Finding great pieces of real estate is hard. Operations is hard. It's all hard. If
Yeah.
it'd be easy, everybody'd be doing it.
Yeah. That's true. It's a fair response. What has been like the most rewarding aspect of getting involved with this industry?
Um, you know, seeing the team put in all the effort and the hard work, getting these out of the ground, and then seeing the team jump in there once we get it open. Now the real work starts. Now you got to make it. You got to make it work. You got to make it profitable. You got to serve your customers in a way that you never want to go anywhere else. So really just seeing that and seeing, the customer responses to the quality of the wash and the speed of the wash and how they love how they love the wash, all that, it's very rewarding. So, being a part of that, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for sharing all of that. And before we begin to wrap up here, if someone wants to reach out, connect, and learn more, where can people find you and connect with you?
Yeah. So you can go to our website at therealassetinvestor.com. You can email info@therealassetinvestor.com, and that'll come to me and my team to make sure that anybody who sends an email gets a prompt response. Info@therealassetinvestor.com.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate your time and your story. Thank you so much for being here.
All right. Thanks for having me.
Of course. And for the listeners that are tuning in, if you got value, make sure you have subscribed. We've got more conversations with operators like Dave who are building real businesses, and we will see you all on our next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.